What's up, C. Marty? Can you hear me?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Hold on. Having some audio challenges here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good morning, Enzo.
What's up, Enzo?
We're having some technical challenges here on it's Monday, June 3rd here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and C. Marty Fit. Oh, let's turn that music down. There we go. There we go. All right, gonna get you up there. Gonna get you there. There we go. Good morning, nation. Good morning, Enzo. Good morning, C. Marty Fit. Man, it's June. It's January. Big announcements today in the lab, man. Yes.
That's how I'm feeling today.
Oh, I love that energy, man. I love that energy. You know,
hey, Enzo came to my podcast. I don't think he knew what to expect.
oh, it was that kind of show, was it?
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was, you know how I do.
Oh, I know how you do. I know how you do. Those that are wondering, C. Marty Fit runs an incredibly entertaining, informative, because we like to entertain and inform. Regardless if you're getting it in the morning with Keith and C. Marty Fit or in the evenings, we are all about entertaining and informing. And, Marty's all about entertaining. So if you're looking for some entertainment in the evenings, just go kick on the C. Marty Fit podcast, right?
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Have some fun with C. Marty in the evenings. Get a dose of energy, and then come on in and join us in the mornings. So today, in the lab, we have a big announcement. We've been teasing it for a long time. I'm just trying to figure out my music this morning. I'm feeling like it's loud in my ears, man. I don't know. Maybe because I'm older today than I was yesterday. Is it loud for you?
It was definitely loud when you started, but you turned it down some. So
yeah, there we go. Enzo, is it? How's the tunes coming through, pal? You're our remote assistant from the little burg of New Zealand.
He's our AI assistant.
That's exactly it. Yeah, but he's actually real. He's a real human being.
Real.
Yeah. There you go. Enzo's joining us here today with some great comments. Good stuff. So, Hit Nation, we got a few things going on today. Keith and C. Marty Fit are going to break into our accountability check-in about 15 minutes after the hour. We have a couple guests joining us today. C. Marty Fit. We have a soul coach.
Okay, sounds interesting.
A soul coach, Jamie Zajac. So back in the olden days when I was ancient and I was a young puppy like yourself, we called them psychics.
Okay. I don't think there's a name for them now. I haven't met any before.
Yeah, so she's an intuitive. She's an incredibly awesome, warm human being. I really think you're going to enjoy her company. She's going to join us later today. It's Jamie Zajac. And I said, hey, why don't you come hang out a little more? Come hang out with us often. I had her on my show live in the lab a few weeks ago, C. Marty, and she's awesome. Right. So if you think about it, pal, think about it this way. So you're a fitness coach. You're all about helping people, take care of their humans and get their bodies fit. We have business coaches that help people get their businesses all sorted out and organized. Then you have Jamie Zajac. Jamie Zajac is a soul coach. So she might come to you and say, hey, Marty, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, right? She's going to help you with your soul. She's going to, look at you through your intuitive. She's going to maybe present things to you that you're not thinking about, that maybe you haven't considered, and she'll present it in a different way. So she's great. She's going to join us later today. Yes, Enzo, you need to go live on the weekend. The past minute's been boring. Okay. Well, hey, maybe we'll consider that. If we're going to have lots of audience tuning in from New Zealand, Keith and C. Marty, maybe we'll just set up shop over there, man.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll think about that.
Yes.
Enzo, I went live on Sunday too, Enzo. I don't know if you knew that. I went live yesterday, and I didn't see you on there. So, Enzo, get it together, brother. Come on, man. Keep up.
Oh man, I will tell you, Enzo. We as we head into January and we head into the next 100 days of summer here, we are in analysis mode here in the lab, tweaking and tugging and all these different little things to continue to make things better and iterate. And it's going to be a big theme of our accountability check-in today, coming up at the 16-minute mark. Of course, C. Marty, we got Andy Weiss joining us today, about 45-minute mark, with a guest joining us. And then, of course, like I said, Jamie Zajac's going to jump in as well. And then, of course, we are going to reveal today, Marty, something we have been working on all weekend. So two things. I know you've been busting here comes the language, nation. We both have been busting our ass all weekend.
There we go.
I kept it light, pal. I kept it light.
That's acceptable. That's fine. That's not going to ruin the brand or anything like that.
No, it's not gonna. No, exactly. No, I can assure Nation that Keith and C Marty were fandangling behind the scenes all weekend. He was busy busting his ass with his clients, but C Marty's also working on some education of the brain. He's got some things working on behind the scenes that I know he'll reveal over time. He's been studying. Nation, Marty's not just another pretty face on the other side of the camera here. Not just another jack dude.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you my master plan, Keith.
Oh,
I didn't even tell you my master plan.
Oh, so he's not just a handsome dude who's jacked. He's got a master plan. He's going to reveal over time as well. So how was so besides you and I connecting in here, how was the weekend? Let's get a little chitter chatter, get at her before we could dig into some things today. How was the weekend, pal?
I was pretty good, man. I caught up with some friends, did my podcast, and just worked. You know, this was probably my busiest weekend of the year.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah, it was nonstop work.
There's something nice to hear about that, though, right? We're coming into January here, halfway through the year. Yes, Enzo, you need to see Marty merch in New Zealand. We'll get some of that over to you.
We'll get it. We'll talk, Enzo.
We'll see New Zealand with some C Marty Fit merch. So listen, coming into the halfway point of the year, many people that are waking up today, June 3rd, recognizing that they wrote a bunch of goals down, Marty, 6 months ago. Yeah. And maybe recognizing that they haven't had a chance to hit them.
Go ahead.
And maybe asking themselves, what am I going to do now? Is the rest of the year over? Am I working towards 2025 New Year's resolutions? Am I just going to mail it in, or am I going to now take assessment? Am I going to reevaluate? Am I going to reevaluate? Am I going to do something about it?
I was going to say, this is the part of the year where people kick back. They don't really focus on goals. You know, it's time to have fun. It's time to celebrate. So what we're doing is pretty special. Just and we're not saying don't celebrate. We're not saying don't have fun, but don't lose track of those goals. You know, because before you know it, it's going to be fall. Then it's going to be the end of the year. Then we're going to turn around. It's going to be January all over again, and we're going to make those same resolutions. It's going to be June 2025, and we didn't reach them.
Dude, that is so true, man. Yep. You know, and I just want to hang on this comment for a minute because it is so true. Like, you know, I was looking at today, I'm 61 shows into this. You know, you've been around for pretty much half of them now, I think, for the most part. You know, we had Nicole for a good chunk of them and maybe a third or so. But you think about it, 61 shows in, summer's here. You're bang on, dude. Like, time's going to go by fast. Like, we're sitting at the top of June right now. You know, we're obviously both here in North America where summers, I don't know, Marty, as you get older, they seem to get shorter, right? Like, before you know it's going to be fall. Yeah. Right?
It goes by fast.
Dude, like, September is going to be here. We're going to be talking about back to school. And then, you know, we're going to be talking about Halloween. And you're going to be asking me about how my peanut butter addiction's going. And I'm saying that, geez. So we're really wanting to emphasize a fact with you, Nation, that you got a chance to reset and reevaluate and maybe win back 2024. So, you know, after accountability check-in, we are going to we're going to do it here shortly. Oops, sorry. We're going to reveal here shortly. We're going to reveal this program we've been working on for you guys. But and you look at Enzo here, yeah, 6 months sounds long, but when you reflect on big events, that's Marty. This is what hits for me. When you look at big events, that's when time goes by fast.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I think about it. I got Brookie's birthday coming up this weekend. We got, you know, my daughter's heading off to a concert in a couple weeks. That's middle of June. Right. And then you get July long weekend stuff around the corner. Then we're dipping into August, Marty. And the next thing you know, I'm saying to you, or you're saying to me, so, hey, Keith, the kids are going back to school. I'm like, yeah, I feel like it was just yesterday we were talking about January.
Yeah. You know, the time is going to pass anyway. So you might as well lock in on your goals and get to work.
I love what you just said.
A lot of times in fitness, people be like, I got to stay committed for a whole year. It's like, you want to get fitter for a whole year, or you want to get fatter for a whole year?
It's
the
true.
Choice is yours.
It's absolutely true. No, but you're bang on, dude. You're bang on. And I like that you just said that the time's going to pass by anyways. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really what the attitude we want to offer up here in the lab with Keith and C Marty Fit is that we know the next 100 days are going to pass by anyways. So we put together something to help you guys achieve those goals. And C Marty, why don't we Why don't we reveal it? Should we reveal it? Should we reveal what we've been working on?
I think we should. I think
Let's
it's a
do
good
it.
idea.
Let's do it. All right,
It's
let's do
about
it.
time.
Let's do it. It's about time. We've been teasing it. We've been talking about it. We've put something together. Keith and C. Marty have been working on it for the last number of weeks here, and we are about to reveal it today. So I'm going to pull up my screen here and going to do this and get this thing rocking and rolling here, which is this program right here. So, Nation, big drum roll, I think, something like that. Anyways, we have been working on something that we are quite proud of. Let me just see if I can pull this over here. Boom. There we go. Good. Okay. So, Business Athlete Nation, announcing today in the Business Athlete Performance Lab, a brand new program that Keith and C. Marty Fit have put together for you guys. I'm just working on getting my screen sharing here, Marty. That we are put together for you guys that we have called, boom. There it is. All right. It is called the Creator, the Athlete, and the AI. Let me explain, Nation. Did you miss your January resolutions? Introducing January, your second chance to still make this year your best year yet. At the Business Athlete Performance Lab, we have a saying, it's okay to start over. It is okay to start over, Marty. We don't just say shit and we don't mean it. Nope. We live by it. That's why we renamed the month of June to January and are giving everyone who missed their January resolutions another chance to reach their audacious goals. Oh, I didn't even have it on the screen here.
No, you did. I thought you did that on purpose.
And here it is. How? With our exclusive mid-year transformation program. It's called the Creator, the Athlete, and the AI. This comprehensive 100-day program will elevate your fitness, your productivity, and your business success. Now, here's the thing, Marty. Here's the thing, Nation. You all can go buy yourselves a business program. You all can go buy yourselves a fitness program. You all can buy yourselves an AI program. What Keith and C. Marty Fit have done, put it all into one. Yep, all into one. So what is it? The Creator, the Athlete, and the AI is a unique program designed to help you achieve your goals by combining three powerful elements. The Creator, representing expertise in business strategies and leadership, led by myself. The Athlete, focusing on physical fitness and wellness, ensuring you have the energy and health to pursue your ambitions, led by C. Marty Fit on the other side of the screen there. And the AI. Here's the thing, Marty. It's not going away, right? We know that AI is not going away. And I said to Marty over the last couple of weeks, dude, we got to just weave it in and embrace it. Y'all know got to embrace it. So what we're saying to you guys is we're not going to pretend that we're using it.
You know what's crazy, Keith? Sorry to cut you off. I know.
Yeah.
But, so like I hear older people, I don't mean older people.
Watch yourself, Marty.
Right, I got to watch my mouth. Sorry, Nation. People older than myself, they'll be like, yeah, I remember when the cell phone came out and people didn't want to use it and people were rejecting it. And I feel like that's how I feel with AI now. Like if I mention it around someone, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not using that. I ain't got to use that. And it's like, all right, you better get with it.
Okay, we'll see you in the next century there, person who you're not right. Yeah, exactly.
So sorry to cut you off.
But no, dude. This is great, Marty. This is great, Marty. Because what we've decided to do, Nation, is that we're going to embrace it. We're not going to pretend we're not using it. We're not going to pretend we're not going to sit down with you and run prompts through about yourself, whether it's business or whether it's fitness. We are going to embrace and use the technology to help you succeed. Bless you. So while you may be going to another creator who's saying to you, oh yeah, I'm not using AI, it's all out of my head. Yeah, okay. No, we're actually saying, no, we're going to bring, because Marty, why wouldn't we? Could you imagine going to a coach and saying, hey, Coach Keith, yeah, do you use a calculator? No, I still use marbles. Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm going to go to the guy that's using the calculator. Or could you imagine the guy years ago who's like, hey, do you use encyclopedias? No, I use Google. Okay, I'm going to go to Google. Right, like, so why you as a fitness coach or as a business coach would not embrace these tools is beyond me. So Keith and Marty decided to embrace them. So the creator, the athlete, and the AI, we're weaving AI tools into the conversation.
You know what's cool, Keith?
Tell me.
How, a lot of people just assume, we talk about this before, I think, but how people assume there's no human connection when you use AI, but you can still use AI and have human connection.
Absolutely.
So I think
Absolutely.
that's pretty cool.
And we're weaving that in. We are absolutely weaving that in. So how does the program work? It works this way. And yeah, Enzo, why use your head when you can use a calculator? Exactly. So here's the thing. How does it work? The below 10 steps are an overview of what you guys can expect. You sign up. Just sign up. Boom. You meet your team. Your team's going to be Keith, C, Marty, Fit, and the AI. We're going to sit down with you and we're going to do an interview with you. Set your goal. We're then going to break it down into 100 days, 10 manageable blocks of 10 days each. So you're saying, oh my God, Keith, C, Marty, 100 days? No, actually 10 days. We're just going to work you get through 10 days. And then you know what, C, Marty? Because I know you believe in this philosophy like I do. We don't want you to hit 100%. Well, no, we do. But the goal is if you just achieve 80 to 90%, let's say 90%, giving yourself a free day every 10 days to mess around, to have a cheat day, to have a relaxing day, to have a day that you're not just maybe at 100%. We're both pretty confident if you do that 10 times, so taking 10 days out of 100 days off, you're still going to hit your 100-day goal.
And guess what? During the actual days where we're asking you to work, you don't have to do the work for 24 hours. So you still have time to be whatever it is that you are. The husband, the wife, the business owner, the brother, sister, the son, daughter, whatever it is that you are, you can still be that.
Exactly. I love that. Right. So we're not asking to put anything away, nation. We're simply giving you the tools to support yourself to hit your goals. And listen, this is going to be tough. It's going to be summertime. It's going to be backyard patios. It's going to be nights you're not going to want to go with your friends. We're not saying don't do that. We want to give you the tools to help you achieve your goals. And then most importantly, nation, we're going to ask you to meet us here in the morning to help yourself stay accountable. Because Keith and C, Marty Fit are going to be here anyways. So our goal is come join us in the mornings, come check in, state some accountability, write your name down and check in and say, hey, I'm on my way. So you're going to get a 100-day course. You're going to get daily course modules. You're going to get action steps. We're going to help you track your progress. You're going to check in with us daily. You're going to stay connected with us. Marty, they're going to get behind the scenes into the Business Athlete Performance Lab instead of BAPL HQ. So you're going to get special access to Keith, special access to C, Marty, and so forth. What makes the approach different? Let's shake and Jamie. We've got Jamie in the green room joining us here in a couple of moments. What makes the BAPL approach different? Human connection. You're going to connect with me and C, Marty Fit and those that are joining the community. We're going to integrate AI into your world, and this is going to be a completely seamless collaboration. Now, who is this for, nation? Resolution rebounders. Sitting there going, oh man, I didn't hit my January resolution. Okay, well, come join us in January. Right? We are all about forgiveness and grace and helping you achieve. We're not judging the January lack of accomplishment. Entrepreneur creators. You want to be a creator, but you don't know how to start? Come see us. Go-getters, business leaders, entrepreneurs, fitness enthusiasts, remote workers, committed change makers. People, you're listening right now, you're wondering, I don't know if I want to do this. Yes, you do. You want to be a part of this. You want to be a part of this whole thing. Here is the creator of the athlete and the AI, myself, Marty, and of course, we got an image of the AI we're working on here. And then what do you get? You're going to get modules. You're going to get live accountability check-ins like we're doing right now on the show. Some personalized goal setting, flex goals framework. Nation, I don't believe in smart goals. Smart goals are dead. Smart goals are rooted in 1940. We are going to offer you flex goals. What's a flex goal? It's this magnanimous goal you want to achieve. And then we're going to help you maneuver 2 lists along the way. Your more list and your less list. Marty is saying, what the hell is a more list and a less list? Well, you did it all weekend. You juggled things around. You knew you had some big goals you're working on. You took your 2 lists. You said, okay, I got to get more things done over here so I can achieve my goal and reduce a bunch of things off this less list. It's just balancing it, right? Instead of focus. It's about focus, but it's about adjusting. It's called real life, nation. It's called real life. Maneuvering along the way. Streak Tracker, exclusive access to BAPL HQ, and here's all the benefits. You're going to transform your entire life. You're going to stay motivated on track, tailored just for you. Real results through accountability, expert guidance and resources. Man, lots going on here. FAQs, take control of your future. And the nation, this is not free. Nope, not free. But Marty, it's not even 10 grand. You might think, oh my God, these guys are expensive. These guys are charging tons of dollars for this. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to make it real simple for your nation. One-time payment of $1,000. I know it's $1,000. Yes, it's a lot of money. but it's your life and it's your future. 100 days, less than $10 a day, $10 a day, or a 14-week payment schedule, $300 activation fee to become committed, and then $50 a week. So we're going to put the links up here and you guys can access them. You'll come find them on our LinkedIn profiles. We are going to be talking about this every day for the next 100 days. But this is the Creator, the Athlete, and the AI course to help you achieve your January resolutions here in January for a low cost at $50 a week. Marty, I think it's pretty reasonable, man.
I think it's a deal.
I think it's more than a deal, Nation. More than a deal. Jamie Zajac, is it more than a deal?
It's a steal to me.
It's a steal to you. We are welcomed by Jamie Zajac this morning, our resident soul coach here in the Business Athlete Performance Lab, joining us from, I believe, very, very, very sunny British Columbia.
Yep. It's literally pouring rain. I think it's like the hardest I've ever seen it rain right now. Like for 2 days, just
wow.
hard rain. Come on, give me some sun.
It's raining over here in Manitoba as well, and I don't know what you got here. I don't know what you got there in Maryland, there, Marty.
The sun's out. It's a nice day, so I'm going to enjoy my short sleeve shirt outside.
There you go. There you go. So, Jamie, we just took a few minutes introducing our brand new program here in the lab, the Creator, the Athlete, and the AI. And, and I know when you and I were talking over the weekend, and we're going to dig into that in a few moments, I said to you, hey, come join the show, man. Come join the show. Come join this brand new program we're offering to give people a chance to revisit and relive their January resolutions here in the month of January. Did you get a chance to check it out for a few moments while you're sitting in the green room listening to us?
Yeah, it was very brief. I kind of caught the tail end of it.
Yeah.
But it looks incredible from what I saw. And I love that you're actually bringing this forward right now. And I love that you used a few words called you said flexible goals, because I think when goals are too rigid, sometimes it's hard to follow, or you don't allow for something greater to come through with a better goal. Like sometimes we make these rigid goals and we can do more, or we have something greater that wants to come forward for us. It's like the ego versus the soul, and the soul has more expansive goals. And so allowing flexibility to shift and pivot while remaining like committed to the bigger vision, I think is also really important. So I love that you use that. And I love that it's coming through right now, because I was literally just speaking about this on my podcast and on Instagram. Is like energetically, yes, there was January, but energetically right now, I feel like there's a lot of things that have kind of shaken up over the past few months. And now energetically, from that standpoint, it's really coming to a place where it's go time. Right now in June, all the energies that are coming forward are really helping people and building a lot of momentum really over the next few months. Are like a huge, I call it like a push phase. So it's really a time to get messy. It's a time to just dive in. It's a time to put your head down and just go for it, because all these like layers of resistance. So underneath the surface, that's what I look at. Like, where are they blocked? What's going on here? Underneath the surface, a lot has cleared and released. Like, people have really up leveled. They've bettered themselves over the past few months. They've adjusted to really what wants to come through for them. And now it's kind of that time to take that action step. It's time to dive in. It's time to just go for it. Because really, people, when they're on that edge of a leap, it's usually like there's the blocks underneath the surface that are subconscious that are holding them back. But it's like also remaining true to yourself and what you want to do, and like eliminating the outside noise. And that's usually what stops people. They think, oh, what is this person going to think? What is that going to think? What's going to happen outside of me? And it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's remaining true to you and what you want to do. So right now is like the perfect time to hit that refresh button and go for it. Because I think that a lot of people, what they wanted to do maybe a few years ago or a few months ago even, it's kind of coming back around, that dream, that goal that maybe you want to start like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It just wasn't energetically the right time. Now it's like, this is the time.
Yes.
And you could be in a completely, I feel like the next few months, if people really ride this wave and go for it, they're really going to see a lot of amazing changes, and they're going to set themselves up for what their soul wants to do. And also, it's like they're going to really ride this wave, and over the next few months, they're going to feel like a different person. And I just love that you're talking about this today.
Yeah, no, you're bang on, Jamie. I think you're absolutely right, because it does, so there's these feelings of energy, and it's June. I often talk about feelings, Marty and I talk about it often. Like, we know what September is going to feel like with school around the corner. We know what like the July summer months are going to feel like. And Marty said something before you jump on the show, Jamie. Like, the next 100 days are going to happen anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you want to do something about them and accept the energy that's around you or ignore it, I don't know. We're all about helping you move into it. So, and accepting that energy and accepting what's around you and then going after it. So we're going to get more into Jamie Zajac and the Soul Coach in a couple moments. But before we do that, Jimmy, let's fly into the accountability check-in, see Marty Fit. So, and I think it really resonates right now with what we're talking about, because it's this idea, Jimmy, if you want to change screens there for me, we don't want to fear failure. Oh, let's try this. Let's do this. We're going to do this. Oh, no, that didn't work. Here, we're going to try this. This is going to be the intro for. There we go. The accountability check-in this morning. I'm trying to get better with the old sound effects here on the show. But here's the thing, nation. We want you to consider fearing failure. Don't fear regret. That's our accountability check-in today, right? Picture your future self. Jamie's been talking about it. Marty's been talking about it. 100 days from now is going to happen anyways. We've introduced a brand new program here today called The Creator, the Athlete, and the AI. Picture your future self. Picture what's going to happen in 100 days. As Enzo said, it's going to be September 12th. It's going to be, you're all going to be listening, going, oh my God, my kids are going back to school. Summer's already done. Yeah, summer's done. So if you're listening to this and thinking about your future self, summer's coming and let's go. So ask yourself about failure. Are you thinking about that, or are you worried about it? Right? What keeps me up at night is this idea of never trying, Marty. It's this idea of regret. It's this idea of going, Jamie, I got these next 100 days in front of me. I can either choose to sit around or do something about it. And if I don't do something about it, what makes me fearful is that I'm going to have regret. So that's what drives my fuel, right? It's this, I refuse to carry this idea of regret, because to me, it's a burden. Right? Missed chances, unspoken words, unchased dreams. And people listening right now, you're sitting back going, I want to do something. Well, then do it. Do it. You get full support. Myself, C. Marty Fit, Jamie Zajac, do it. Because if you don't take that leap, I'm telling you, nation, if you don't take the leap, it's not on C. Marty. It's not on me. It's not on Jamie. It's not even on Enzo. It's actually on you.
Don't try to blame it on us, though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So here's something I'll offer to you, nation. I'll offer this to you as we're considering the accountability check-in this morning. Don't let the fear of failure stop you. Don't let the fear of regret. Let the fear of regret fuel you. So as you're sitting back here considering that, okay, January has come and gone 6 months ago, I didn't hit my goals. Keith and C. Marty Fit and Jamie are coming in right now offering us this January resolution reset, this redeclaration of your goals. Take the leap. Don't let the fear of not doing something stop you from doing it. Let the fear of regret fuel you, because you've got projects that you've probably shelved, Marty. I'm sure there's paths that some of our listeners have avoided. Jamie, I know there's people here right now that are going, that they have these ideas they've put aside, they're hiding from them. Here's something for you, nation. It's Monday, June 3rd, January. What if, hey, C. Marty, what if they went for it? What if you went for it? What if you're sitting here right now listening to me, either on a podcast or listening to us live, and you're asking yourself, what if I went for it? Marty, what's the worst thing that could happen to somebody if they went for it? Marty.
The worst thing that can happen?
Yeah.
They fail.
Yeah, they get feedback. They try again, right?
But
success is... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say the good thing about that is you can reevaluate. You can look where you messed up. You can look at your mistakes, and you don't have to make the same mistake again.
That's it.
So sometimes failure is a positive.
That's it. Because Jamie, success isn't guaranteed, right?
Actually, this came to me a little while ago. The frustration you feel is you not living to your highest potential. And that's
I
like
like
really
that.
where the frustration is. And I was like, oh yeah, that's totally true. Like, why am I frustrated? Oh, it's because I'm not living up to my highest potential. I'm not doing the things that my soul is calling me to do. And yeah, the fear of failure, I think that's like the number one thing. Like, people are so afraid of failing. And it's like, you just got to take a step and also visualize it going well, visualize it going better than you could imagine. I think that you can manifest and create better outcomes for yourself by telling yourself a new story and stop running off that old outdated script that you've been running in your head over and over again, because we are creating our reality with our thoughts. So really feel that fear. I always say, like, feel that fear. Imagine yourself the worst outcome. Feel it, live it out, let it go, get that energy out of you, and now go, okay, what is the right outcome? What's the outcome that I want to feed right now? And just watch as everything shifts for that. So it's not about hiding that fear of failure and imagine it going like the worst, right? It's about allowing that to come through, getting that energy off your chest, feeling into that vision, releasing it, and going, okay, now what's the real outcome? And dive in from there.
Yeah.
And imagine the best possible solution.
So timely, Jamie. Marty, what a great time to have Jamie on our show today, because her words are so relevant to our discussion today, right? Because, each bold move, nation, that you're going to take is going to bring you closer to your true self. And I love that you talked about frustration, Jamie, a few moments ago, because I know I've been frustrated myself. I'm getting older. I have not been getting my protein intake in me. I'm feeling not as strong as I used to. You're right, Marty. Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I love the accountability.
That frustration I was feeling this morning, I was like, man, this is on me. I got to eat better food. I got to get my protein in me. So the frustration, Jamie, you talk about is real. It's absolutely real, right? So I'm making the decision to show up for myself, to take action. I'm going to focus on getting to bed better over the next 100 days and the next rest of the year. As I've been starting this business, I'm going to admit to nation, and I know I've talked a little bit with Marty about this, that, kind of things have been all over the place for me as I've been really focusing on building this thing. And as a result, some things have been slacking. My sleep has been slacking. My protein intake has been slacking. And Jamie, I've been feeling frustrated about it.
Yeah.
But not frustrated anybody else. It's on me.
Yeah. The thing is, when you are, running a business, even a new business, and the more that you're kind of expanding, the more that you're doing, the more that the self-care has to go up, because your body has to be able to maintain this momentum. And if you don't take care of yourself, or you let that aspect slide, that's an energy container. That's an energy leak. And that's what I look at. I look at, okay, what containers are you leaking energy from? And that would be an energy leak. And if you want to have the best success, it's like, okay, well, maybe I have to schedule myself differently so that I am taking care of myself. I'm getting, whatever care my body needs in order to be able to thrive and feed this business, because, it's a business athlete, right? I always say, like, part of my job is, like, my body's a vessel, right? So I'm a channel, I'm a vessel, I am, my body's my everything for the work I do. So I have to really take care of myself. So I have a really great morning routine. I fuel myself really well. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm very clean because I have to be. It's my container. And that's just my choice. It's what I have to do in order to have the best integrity and connecting with the highest aspects. So I really take care of my body, and I'm very clean, and I really am really particular with how I start my day and do things. So it all goes into all the boxes that feed what you're doing. You have to treat your body like that temple, because business athlete, it's like, yeah, you're an athlete, but you're not an athlete in sport. You're an athlete to the work that you're doing, and you have to treat yourself like an athlete.
Very true, Jamie.
I want to chime in there too, because as you level up and you get busier, right, you have more on your plate. It's important to take care of yourself. And I was going to say, there are numerous studies that show, like, the top performers at companies and a lot of CEOs, high level business guys, they're in tip top shape. They work out. So there's definitely a correlation with that. And then to touch on what we were talking about earlier, Keith, like, for your example, for instance, you were holding yourself accountable, saying you need to eat more protein, get better sleep. A lot of people avoid these things. They try to take shortcuts, and sometimes you got to go through the problem and not try to go around the problem. You know, a lot of people avoid that. They don't want to fail one time, and like I said, come back to the drawing board, make a better decision, and don't make the same mistake again. A lot of people, they avoid that, and you know, it holds a lot of us back, and that's why we don't reach our goals. That's why we're here in June, back at the drawing board, trying to get these January goals.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
See Marty Fit.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our chat with our accountability check-in, and Andy, I see you sitting in the green. We're going to bring you in a couple moments. You know, we invite you for this nation as we roll out our creator, the athlete, and the AI program today. Choose action over hesitation. And know you're listening to us today. You're going, okay, next 100 days, summer events, summer holidays with the kids. That's fair. But you heard Jamie, your body's your vessel. Your human's your vessel. You can choose either to do something about it or nothing about it. The next 100 days are happening anyways. Choose action. Don't hesitate. Choose courage over comfort. And finally, the last point around all this before we wrap up our accountability check-in nation is this. Live a life of, I'm glad I did it, instead of I wish I had. Hang on that, nation. I'm glad I did it, not I wish I had. Because if you're going to sit back living a life of I wish I had, Marty, Jamie, you are not going to accomplish anything. You are forever going to be a want-trepreneur. And I'm not trying to be a negative nanny here. Just trying to encourage you. And sometimes we got to offer tough love, Marty.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not about wishing what I had, because as Jamie said, you have the ability within you to do it. And you have a team now around you, nation. Keith, see Marty Fit. We got our soul coach here in the lab here who can help you as well with what's going on inside to help you achieve your goals. So sign up. The creator, the athlete, the AI, launching today in the Business Athlete Performance Lab. It's $50 a week, nation. Really. It's like, we're not talking about, you know, your arm and your leg. We're talking about $50 a week just to help us keep the lights on so we can help you be accountable to your goals. All right. So that is our accountability check-in this morning. Went a little longer than normal, Jimmy, but that is okay because it's a big day here in the lab announcing our brand new program. Jamie Zajac here, of course, as well. Why don't we bring in Andy Weiss? Jamie, we're going to kind of play around with our format today. See, Marty, we're going to bring in Andy Weiss. Is it Weiss or is it Weiss?
It's Weiss. You got it Andy right the first time, man.
Andy Weiss joining us. Where are you joining us from today, Andy?
Today I'm in St. Louis, but I tend to bounce around the country and internationally a little bit. So today you get me in good old St. Louis.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So Jamie meet Andy. Andy meet Jamie. We got St. Louis Andy. We got Jamie over in the west coast of British Columbia. We got C. Marty here in Maryland. And of course, myself here in Manitoba. Andy and I met over on LinkedIn through the last couple of weeks and been kind of exchanging content and so forth. And I said, hey, why don't you come join the show and come join the conversation?
Thanks for having me. LinkedIn is a great forum for connecting with people. I've gotten so much out of it in the last couple of years. So happy to connect with you, Keith.
So why don't we do this? So Jamie, I had you on the live show a couple weeks back. So I'm going to postpone the Who is Jamie Zajac this morning. We got some time with you and we're going to bring you back for that. But I want to spend a few minutes right now talking about who is Andy Weiss. Let's introduce Business Athlete Nation, Jamie Zajac, C. Marty Fit, and Keith Bilous, and everybody else listening right now to who's Andy Weiss.
So Andy, at my core, by trade, I'm a marketer, but I like to think of myself as a combination of a storyteller and somebody who helps businesses grow. So I bring those two things together through storytelling and creating demand. And I think, for your nation, I also am an athlete at heart. Fitness and exercise is such a huge important component of what I do. Getting up in the morning and I prefer to work out first thing in the morning. It sets my day off in the right fashion. And I've also found, and Keith, this is one of my LinkedIn posts, is the best way to see a city is to get up and go for a run. You going out in a new town and checking things out as the city's waking up, you get to see and learn so much more about a city. So that's Andy at its core, and I'm sure we'll touch on a bunch of other stuff as we get deeper into this.
I like that. The best way to see a city is to get up and go for a run. Jamie, have you spent time as you've explored cities doing that exact same thing?
Always. I was just thinking about when I was in Hawaii. It's like my husband and I would juggle who would watch the baby in the morning. And I'd go for a run, and you just run around. The best way to see a city is on foot.
It really is. It really is. It really is. See, Marty, you're
early in the morning.
Yes.
Early in the morning is just the best part.
The magic of getting up and going explore the city before the city wakes up is certainly a magical thing. See, Marty.
Yeah, I'm not a big runner. I like to run, but it's not like, I'd much rather go on a hike, see see stuff like that, or I'll visit gyms in other cities or other countries wherever I go. So I still get out and explore, but the running thing, I haven't done as much. Go ahead. Andy.
And see, Marty, like it's whether you're running, whether you're walking, but it's to Jamie's point, getting up and getting out there before the rest of the city's waking up and doing it on foot is the key. Like, we get so stuck in our cars, buses, planes and stuff that, like, just being out there and experiencing whatever that is going on in that new city is where it's at.
No, I definitely agree with that.
So what took you to St. Louis?
Family took me here, and I'm actually about to write a new chapter. We're probably heading to another city in the not too distant future. Maybe New York. We'll see. Oh,
so are you telling us, Andy Weiss, that you are breaking news here this morning in the lab?
I might be breaking news to you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a big day for you. It might be a big day in my world as well. So
you keep dropping might. What's the might part of the conversation?
There's a couple pieces that need to kind of fall into place. So
yeah. And you live where right now?
In St. Louis.
Okay, but you're in St. Louis right now.
I'm in St. Louis. We have a house here. We may be moving to New York. So
to New York. Okay, well, that's just a little bit of a move.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So that's some change. So yeah.
That's absolutely exciting. So here's a question for you, Andy, from Keith and C. Marty Fit. Did you hit your January resolutions this year?
Yes, I did. And actually, I just got it in before January. So back to the fitness piece. We've got my wife and I have another couple that we like to do international half marathons with. And so Memorial Day weekend, we went over to Edinburgh and ran the Edinburgh half marathon. Got to see, a fabulous city. Turned out that I didn't realize that the movie Chariots of Fire was filmed, a lot of it in St. Andrews. And we went up there and got to run on the beach and where the opening scene is. And so that was really cool. But my January goal was to run another half marathon this year. But for January, I guess I need to fire up some new goals.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's exceptional. So, Mandy, we met through Kraski's Creator Rankings. You were featured on John Kraski's list here a number of weeks back as in his top LinkedIn limo creators feature. How did you meet Kraski, and what got you over there?
So I met him through so networking is great. There's a guy I used to work with at an ad agency in New York who connected me with Kraski. We had some virtual conversations, connected, kind of like in this type of forum beyond LinkedIn. And we met up in New York a couple months ago and just had a really awesome conversation just about the things he was doing, what I was doing, creating some synergy, riffing on a bunch of different types of ideas. And he's full of a lot of energy. Hopefully I helped pay it forward. And suddenly I found myself on his list of limo folks in the same conversation with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. So I don't know if I'll ever be on that type of list again, but great company.
That's awesome. Jamie, you're meeting Andy for the first time as you're listening to Andy speak and his moves. So Andy, Jamie's a soul coach. Back in the olden days, I got to have some fun with Jamie right now. Back in the olden days when I was being born, we called them psychics. Right. But now we call them intuitives. And I had Jamie on my show a number of weeks back and changed my life, frankly. And I'll tell you why it changed my life, because it opened my eyes into the offerings that how she can help me and how she can help you, Andy, and how she can help C. Marty Fit. Because we've always grown up with these fitness coaches and business coaches and mental coaches, but who speaks with you about what's kind of going on that's untangible, the energy around you and what's kind of happening within your life. And Andy, right now there's energy in your life. You might be making some big moves right? So what I found sitting down with Jamie is Jamie offered me ways to look at things that I perhaps would not have found perspective in. Jamie, as you're hearing Andy talk, you got questions for Andy or anything you're thinking about as he's going through his big move?
I would just say that the pieces are coming together. That's a great thing that has been happening for a lot of people. Is a lot of moves are kind of happening overnight and shifts. So I do see this like the missing pieces coming together, and that's just what I'll impart with you right now. That's a lot of things that are kind of happening energetically for a lot of people, and the big thing is that piece is coming together for you. So it is it's a really exciting time for you. But I was also going to say, like, wow, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, that's pretty awesome. Can we talk about this for a minute? Like, that's amazing. I was just watching her, like a documentary with her. Like, she's how she built her business is so incredible. So that is amazing.
Yeah. So Andy got offered up in the same sentence as that. See, Marty.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, what other cities have you lived in, Andy? I love to travel, so I was just curious about that.
So grew up. My dad was in the oil industry, and so moved us around a decent amount. But I love London. In my current role, part of my team's in India. India is a fascinating place. I go to Hyderabad a bunch. Past job, New Delhi. I love Europe. I've been to the only place I have not been, only continent I have not hit is Australia. And it's on my bucket list. Yeah, great. There's a lot of great places. Run half marathons in London, Amsterdam. Love running through Rome. That's a great destination. So I just pick some place that you're fascinated with, and that you maybe know just a little bit about, and just put that pin in the map and get there and go check it out.
That's exceptional, Andy. Andy, is that a big motivation for your travel? Is finding a fitness event or an athletic event to go be a part of, and then go to travel to a destination and do it?
Yeah, with this other couple, yeah, as we get older, it's an important thing to just kind of be staying active and doing stuff. And sure, we're slowing down. Sure, Keith, you were talking about kind of recalibrating stuff, getting more protein and stuff. I'm right there with you.
Yes.
But it gives us something to work toward, and it's not always easy. Like this year, a lot of life things started getting in the way of some training and stuff, but it's about getting out there every day and having something to work toward. And I think, and before I joined, you guys were talking about failing and being open to failing. And I think that's an important thing, just being willing to put yourself out there, whether it's, athletic or business or life or whatnot. So for us and these races and stuff, it's just kind of putting a pin in it and having something out there to try to do.
I like that. I know Lauren's a big fan of that as well, which is, just, finding something on the calendar and marking it down and then say, okay, I'm working towards it. Right. So, and again, Andy, Jamie, See Marty Fit, that was the ambition with Junior goals, right? Is giving people a deliberate level of awareness. We're coming into June, nation. Half the year is gone. And See Marty Fit said it best. If we don't have this level of awareness, January is going to be here tomorrow. It's really as simple as that, right? And before we know it, September is going to be here first. I can't get over often how fast September comes, right? We hit May long weekend, June, and then boom, September's here. And Andy, you know it. If you're thinking about moving, you and your family, like before you know it, do you have kids?
They're empty nest, so that makes the New York thing a little bit easier. Yeah,
but still, right? So September, if you guys move, it's going to be here in a second. Next, thing you know, you're going to be coming on our show going, I'm running the New York City Marathon. I'm like, oh, right? So that's exceptional. So hey, why don't we? We're running a little bit behind this morning because we had our big announcement this morning regarding January. But I do want to take a few moments to shine the light on our creator spotlight this morning. Andy, it's this point in the show. And Jamie, it's this point in the show where we take somebody on LinkedIn, do some great things. We take the big ass business athlete performance lab light, the big Mornington lab light, and we shine it on them and draw a lot of attention and throw it on this human being. And I thought this morning see Marty, we would shine the light on this person because they're drinking very much the same Kool-Aid, Jamie, that we are here in the lab. And Andy, you may have seen this person across your LinkedIn feed as well. Maybe you haven't, I'm not sure. But this person helps consultants, freelancers, and small business owners achieve big goals. Accountability without angst. Now, you want angst, you come see Keith and see Marty. We'll give you angst. Marty will give you angst. He'll hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
She's a LinkedIn top voice coach and mentor. She's a keynote speaker. She's a flight school podcast. She has the flight school podcast, and she's part of the Goal Getters Club. She's an outlier. Oh, I like outliers because that means that you're really trying to move the needle. You're trying to move and shake. Hey, Jamie, those outliers are the ones that are going, all right. And I bring out the outlier to you, Jamie, because I'm thinking about the salmon swimming in British Columbia. You got all these silver salmon. You got one blue one swimming the opposite way. The outlier making the moves, right? So today, our creator spotlight, we're going to shine the light, Andy Weiss, on, boom, Jen Laffin. So Jen Laffin turns goal setters into goal getters. She is our creator spotlight today. Today's theme is about helping you achieve your goals. Now, you might not decide to come, get into, the program with Keith and See Marty Fit over here with the creator, the AI, the creator, the athlete in the AI program. So then what we're inviting you to do is maybe go knock on Jen Laffin's door. Yeah, maybe you're like, no, I don't want to go spend $50 with Keith and See Marty Fit. All right, that's fair. Maybe Jen Laffin has an opportunity for you to help achieve your goals. Right? So Jen helps goal setters turn into goal getters. She's the Goal Getters Club, the Flight School podcast host. I would invite you to find her on LinkedIn. She is a former teacher. She's host of the Flight School podcast, a journaling evangelist, a believer in making the impossible possible. She's an excuse buster, and she's the doubter of doubts. As a success mentor, she's going to help you with procrastination, a lack of discipline. She's going to help you with goal clarity. She's going to help you with motivation and consistency, self-doubt, accountability, time management, overcoming obstacles. Here's the thing, nation. Jen Laffin is going to help you achieve your goals. So if you're looking for somebody during, this period of time, as we're calling January, to help you achieve your goals, if you don't want to come knock on my door or See Marty Fit's door, or even Jamie's door, go knock on Jen Laffin's door. She is today's creator spotlight today in the Business Athlete Performance Lab. Jen, congratulations. Welcome to the lab. We'd love to have you join myself, See Marty Fit, and join the conversation so you can pay it forward and nominate somebody for tomorrow's creator spotlight. All right, so that is today's creator spotlight. Today, Jen Laffin. All right, so hey, we're working towards wrapping up the show here today. I can't believe how fast it's gone. Jamie, I asked you to come in yesterday, and you jumped in last minute. Very, very grateful for that. You'll come back again, won't you?
I will come back again. I actually have a question for you all, because since we're on the topic of accountability, I think, Andy, it would be great to hear from you, and Keith and See Martin. I don't know if you have children or not, but I think what a lot of people could use or benefit from this advice right now with children, because it is summer holidays now. I have a 2.5-year-old. How do you stay committed to your goals while having, family obligations and children or throughout your career? And, because so many people will use that, I don't want to say an excuse, because it's not, it's very real. It's hard to balance it all. But how do you find the time to stay rooted to your goals while also tending to children or children's events? Your kids are off on school, because that is definitely a fallback that people will be, oh, my kids, I can't stay committed to my wellness goals or my big dreams and goals because my kids are, whatever, need me. And I think that that's where a lot of people fall into a little bit of a trap. And personally, I think it's so important for my daughter to see me going after my dreams and to see me taking time to meditate and doing all those things. It's so important for her to see me doing that. And I truly believe that, I think some people think you have to have kids or you have your big dreams and you can't have both. And I just want to be a firm, I always want to show people that it's possible. So I would just love to hear how you manage that, or how you can, how that can affect you, or how you can move on with your goals while having children.
Yeah, that's a great question, Jamie. Andy, you said yourself your kids have moved on to empty nesters, so you've had the time behind you to figure that out. How did you and your wife figure that out?
So I discovered this concept called objectives and key results a few years ago, in kind of more of a business capacity.
Mhm.
And it came out of Intel and Andy Grove and as I was discovering it, it turned out that folks like Bono and others use it in a couple different aspects of either their nonprofit organizations that they have. And so I started implementing it from a work standpoint. But then I also found that as I was using it with my teens on a work side, I was also finding that it was beneficial on a personal level. And the concept behind it is having this big kind of objective or goal, but then what are the quantifiable things underneath that? And this concept, also plays into that failure piece. Like, for example, and I'm going to take it to a business scenario and then bring it back. But Google used this concept to launch the Chrome browser, and they said, "Hey, we want this level of adoption" when they first launched it, and they gave themselves a time period to achieve that, and they missed the mark. But what they didn't do after that is say, "Okay, well, we missed the mark, so we failed." No, they set another goal that was higher for the next 100 days, and they missed it that next 100 days, but they were working toward that. And then by the time they did it the third or fourth time, not only did they hit that mark, but they exceeded it. And what I love about that idea and this concept of and failing is, Jamie, even with kids, like having a big goal is important, and showing that to your kids and that they should lean into those things. But it's okay when you don't hit that, as long as you get back up, dust yourself off, and say, okay, here's what I'm going to do the next time, and how I'm going to continue moving forward. Because that's the big life lesson. It's not just how you achieved, hey, mom did this, or you're, as a parent, you did this, but it's what you do in that gray area when you don't achieve your goal, when you miss the mark, because that's the important life lesson.
Because it's going to happen.
Oh, Andy, what was that called?
It's called OKRs, objectives and key results.
All right, thank you.
There's a TED talk from a guy named John Doerr, Doerr, that unpacks the whole thing.
I often say that your kids watch you. They listen, but they pay more attention watching, right? And it's okay for your kids to see you trying. It's okay for your kids to see you failing. It's okay for your kids to see you getting feedback, because that's how they're going to learn, right? So I love your commentary on that, Andy. It's setting that goal, trying for it. Jamie, showing the kids what you're doing with it, and then acknowledging that it might not work out, but I'm going to go try it again.
Yeah.
Right. And see, Marty Fit, when you talk to your clients, I know you have, I know clients come through your lab who have children and are asking you questions. What kind of advice are you giving them?
Well, that's their favorite excuse. And so, I always tell them, what type of example are you setting for the kid? So if you don't prioritize your health, you're going to more than likely raise a kid who doesn't prioritize their health. And let's be honest. And here in America, with obesity rates rising, I'm sure we might have a family member, or we might know somebody who passed away earlier than expected from not taking care of themselves and making their health a priority. Why would you lead your kid down that path? That might be a little extreme, but when you're talking to a parent and it comes to their kid, it kind of hits them a little different. So I could talk about this for an hour, but I use a lot of different ways like that to help my parents, and that's the number one excuse. The kids, why they can't work out, why they can't get up, do their extra cardio, meal prep, eat clean. So I have a lot of conversations like that. I don't have any kids yet, Jamie. So but great question though.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And as we wrap up here, Andy, you got an invite from our good friend Enzo joining us from New Zealand. So Andy, what's really cool is that Enzo's in the future. So whenever we talk to Enzo in the show here, we're like, okay, so we can always ask, like, is the stock market going up? Like, is Bitcoin going to be at a certain rate? And Enzo's like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. So Andy, so actually, Jamie, you might want to talk to Enzo about your profession, because Enzo could help you see the future, Jamie.
I'll have to work with Enzo.
Yes, between
I
you
really
and
want to go to New Zealand. So
yeah, between
there we
you
go.
and New Zealand, you and Vancouver, and your skill of being an intuitive, and Enzo actually living in the future. Between Enzo and Jamie, I'm talking, man. We have magic happening here in the lab. We actually have futurists sitting here in the lab. So,
We'll
but
have to team up, you know.
that's exactly it. Andy, looks like Enzo's inviting you. There is a Ironman World Championship being held in the 14th and 15th of December. So if you're looking for something to do, Andy,
Awesome.
well,
Yeah.
Enzo's saying come on over to New Zealand and get something done over there, pal.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Well, hey,
Enzo.
listen, Nation, we are going into overtime today, and that's okay. We're going to wrap up today's episode. This has been a fun one. Myself, C. Marty Fit, Andy Weiss, Jamie Zajac, talking goals today, Nation, talking about resetting January resolutions. January is out the window, and next January 2025 is actually less than half a year away. Think about that. January 2025 is less than half a year away, and as C. Marty started to show off, if you're not listening to what we're talking about right now, well, then January is going to be here and you're not going to be moving any way forward. So we invite you to check out our brand new course we've launched today, the brand new program, The Creator, the Athlete, and the AI, a 100-day program that will help you stay accountable to hit your 2024 goals full of grace. Come knock on our door, learn more about the details. We're going to be talking about it for the entire month of June. And I'll tell you guys this right now, it's going to go up in July. All right. So we're offering this in June and in January at this low price of $50 a week. After that, we're going to jack it right up. So come jump in, try it out with us, help you achieve your goals, and then tell your friends and come back. So Enzo, yes, thank you for another great episode. Thank you for joining us today. Enzo, come back tomorrow again. We're going to go around the table and say goodbye. Jamie Zajac, some final words from you, my friend, before we say goodbye today.
It's time to go for it.
Yes. It is time to go for it. Don't sit around and do nothing. Andy Weiss, final words from you before we say goodbye.
Put yourself out there, fail, learn from those mistakes, and go forward.
I love that a lot. C. Marty Fit, final words from you today, pal.
Great show. Learned a lot from the both of you. Thank you for coming and hope to have you back for sure.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nation, come check us out. Come to BAPL.ai, BAPL.ai. Come find me on LinkedIn. Come find C. Marty on LinkedIn. Come find Jamie Zajac on Instagram and LinkedIn. Come find Andy Weiss on LinkedIn. A lot of great resources to help you achieve your goals. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Mornings in the lab with myself, C. Marty Fit. Tomorrow, big celebration, Nation. John Kraski's birthday. So we're going to celebrate it. Andy, if you got nothing to do to her, come on, join the show. Jamie, come on, join the show. See Marty Fit and I'll be here. We're going to celebrate Kraski. Maybe Stuart will show up. Maybe Snoop will show up. Maybe we'll roll a big blunt with Snoop and puff it on the air with Kraski in the Probably
I don't
not.
know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Probably not, but we can throw it out there anyways. Anyways, we're going to get out of here, guys, and see you guys all tomorrow, and we'll be in the feeds on LinkedIn. Have a good one, Nation. Ciao.
Have a good one.